Hey there, adventurers! Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the ultimate tank build for Morroc, the Otherworld Demon King, in Ragnarok Online Mobile Eternal Love 2.0. In this video, we'll focus on Morroc's role and strategy for War of Crystal, WoC. Since this video is recorded between the Christmas and New Year break, we won't see much fighting scenes here. But don't worry, if you're looking for solo fights in the arena or massive team fights in GVG, I've got links to those videos in the description. For now, let's explore how to make Morroc the unbreakable shield your team needs to dominate WoC. Let's get started. So why choose Morroc as your tank in War of Crystal? Morroc excels as a frontline protector who keeps your team alive in the heat of battle. With his Eternal Dark Shield, he can create massive HP shields to absorb damage while sustaining himself through buffs like Dark Knight Shroud. His unique ability to debuff enemies and control the battlefield makes him an irreplaceable asset in GVG. If you enjoy leading your team to victory as a reliable tank, Morroc is definitely the hero for you. Now, let's talk strategy. How do you play Morroc effectively in WoC? 1. Anchor the front line. Your primary role is to absorb damage and protect your allies. Position yourself at the front line, drawing enemy fire while creating space for your DPS and healers to operate. Use Demon King's arrival at the start of the fight to maximize survivability and make it harder for enemies to push through. 2. Create a safe zone. Control the battlefield with Demon King's array. This skill lets you place a damaging zone that applies Demon King's Wrath stacks to enemies who enter. Use it to block enemy routes, slow down their advance, or guard key areas like the crystal. 3. Neutralize key threats. Identify high-priority enemies, such as DPS or healers, and target them with Orderless Shackles. Immobilizing them not only disrupts their rhythm but also forces their team to divert attention to saving them. This buys time for your team to secure objectives. 4. Protect the crystal. When enemies push toward the crystal, activate Dark Knight Shroud to reduce the damage your team takes. Position yourself near the crystal to ensure your Demon King's array and Orderless Shackles cover the area effectively. This not only discourages enemies from approaching but also allows you to control their movement and keep them away from critical objectives. 5. Counter high damage burst. If the enemy team focuses on burst damage, your Eternal Dark Shield is a lifesaver. This skill generates HP shields based on the amount of dark damage you've taken. It's great for surviving heavy hits and keeping the pressure on the enemy. 6. Sustain your team. While Morroc is a tank, he also provides indirect support. His Dark Knight Storm skill applies debuffs like Curse and Darkness to enemies, reducing their effectiveness in fights. Coordinate with your team to capitalize on these debuffs by focusing fire on weakened targets. 7. Rotate aggressively. Always be ready to reposition and support your team as the battle shifts. Use Demon King's array to cover escape routes or delay enemy reinforcements. Stay mobile and keep the enemies guessing where your next move will be. And that wraps up my recommended strategies. Now, it's time for my absolute favorite part of War of Crystal, breaking the Emperium. As you can see, my tanky Morroc doesn't exactly shine in damage output on the Emperium. It's pretty tiny. If you're wondering whether Morroc Tank is a good fit for an Emperium breaker party, the answer is yes, but not as the breaker itself. Instead, he shines as a party protector or summoner, supporting your team while they focus on breaking. For example, his Demon King's array can cover most of the Emperium platform, creating a safe zone for your allies while keeping enemies at bay. If you're here for a detailed Emperium breaker guide, don't worry, I've shared a link to one in the video description below. Be sure to check it out. And there There you have it, Morroc's ultimate tank build and strategy for War of Crystal. With his ability to absorb damage, sustain himself, and control the battlefield, Morroc is the hero your team needs to claim victory. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more hero guides and gameplay tips. Don't forget to check out the links in the description for arena and GVG fight videos. Let me know in the comments what's your favorite hero for WoC. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.